Welcome back to Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open here in the semifinals between OTB Baseball and NSB No Stress Baseball. This semifinal winner will move on to the finals immediately after this game. The coaches are up at home plate discussing ground rules with the umpires. Hey, and a big shout out to our producer here in studio. This could not happen without him. Anibal Oliva is helping out today, Power Hitters TV. He is a veteran of Power Hitters TV. Also a sportscaster with our organization, and today he is the one that's bringing you all these wonderful shots, different replays, different angles, as we have 6 cameras in today's production. NSB comes into this game undefeated at 3-0 and the number 1 seed of this tournament. Their bats are hot. OTB Baseball is trying to put an end to that and see if they can move on to the semifinals. This becomes a single elimination from this point moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. We have a great one in store for you today. Managers and umpires shake hands. And it looks like we're ready to go on this one, ladies and gentlemen. This presentation is brought to you by Power Hitters TV. Find us on YouTube at Power Hitters TV, or you can follow us on Facebook at Power Hitters Softball League. Make sure to get on there and send us some comments today. Send your hellos via YouTube or Facebook, and we'll give some shout-outs on the air. You got a favorite ball player out here today? Maybe it's an umpire.
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros, contáctanos al número que ves en pantalla y sácala.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we get ready to kick off this semifinal game here at CYPRESS Park. Perfect Game Holiday Bash. Our umpires for today's game, behind the plate is Fran Eckert. First game he'll be umpiring here on this Power Hitters TV presentation. And on the base paths today is Javier Martin. Fran Tarkenton watches the catcher throw down, and he is ready to get this one started. Your starting pitcher today for No Stress Baseball will be Jackson Parker. Parker started the first game of this tournament and was able to pitch 3 scoreless innings. Let's see what he's got going today here in this semifinal game. Coming up to bat and leading it off for OTB is going to be Braden Oliveira, who's actually playing the extra hitter today. Oliveira, the lefty, number 33. Great contact hitter and is not scared to lay down a bunt down the third base line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, play ball. It's time. Parker out of the windup. Winds up. The pitch. Delivers. Home plate umpire Eckert. Strike called on the outside corner. Oliveira down quickly. 0-1. Pitch outside. Hit to the shortstop. Shortstop comes up with it. Throw to first. No problem for the first out of the inning. Is playing shortstop here in this game. Let's take a look at this one again. Fastball outside. Oliveira hits it to the opposite side. Shortstop Cam Ward comes up with it. Great throw to first. And we got one out. Batting now, Matthew De La Fuente, right fielder. Number 7. Righty looks at ball 1. One and 0 count. Parker winds. Delivers. Ball high for ball 2. The pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. 2-1 count. Parker sets, delivers, swinging, hit to the shortstop. Cam Ward comes up with it again, and errant throw at first base. Lawrence cannot pull it in, and the runner will be safe by the shortstop. Let's take a look at this again. Inside pitch, hits it right to the shortstop. Cam Ward has no trouble with it. Throw is just a little bit out of the reach of Jonathan Lawrence over at first base. Now up to bat for OTB is the pitcher, number 42, Daniel Gonzalez, in the number 3 spot. Runner takes his lead at first. Oh, and that one hit him on the back. And just like that, OTB has runners on first and second. With the cleanup batter, number 26, left fielder, Brandon Rodriguez, coming up to bat. With a runner in scoring position, another runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. You are watching the Perfect Game Holiday Open Bash on Power Hitters TV. Hit high to center field. Center fielder is under it, no problem. Runners hold. And that is enough for the second out of the inning. Parker's got 2 outs, runners on first and second. Up to bat now, Alex Angulo, number 99, the third baseman for OTB Baseball. Jackson gets his pitch, delivers, breaking ball, low and away in the dirt. Ball 1. Parker sets. He delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt again. Ball 2. Jackson Parker falls behind in the count. 0-2 here. Runner takes his lead at second. Parker gets his pitch. He delivers. Fastball outside corner. 2-1 count to Angulo. Runner takes his lead. The pitcher delivers. Outside corner called for strike 2. What a way for Jackson Parker to battle back in this one. Behind 2-0. Evens it up. He delivers. Swung on. Hit back to the pitcher. Pitcher has no trouble. Over to first base for the third out of the inning. And just like that, Jackson Parker works himself out of a little bit of a jam there early on in this one. And we head to the bottom of the first inning to see if NSB will continue the hot bats. We'll be right back on Power Hitter TV with more baseball.
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros.
Welcome back to Cypress Park. Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open. The semifinals here in the bottom of the first inning between OTB Baseball and NSB Baseball. No stress baseball. Who's your number 1 seed today in this semifinal game? Looking to punch their card to the finals. What will we get from the offensive side here? Your starting pitcher for OTB Baseball today is Daniel Gonzalez, number 42.
Now batting, Abdullah Muhammad.
Leading it off for NSB, the speedy number 18, Abdullah Muhammad. Gonzalez pitching from the stretch. Sets, delivers, hit hard to left field, and that is a line drive base hit for the crafty leadoff man, number 18, Mohammed Abdullah. He starts this game off 1-for-1 and gets this thing going.
Now batting, Nolan Davidson.
I put on my J's, you already know the dealer. But this ain't a game, this is like this.
Mohammed takes his lead over at first. Gonzalez sets, delivers, low, throw over, back to first. Mohammed back in time. No harm, no foul. Up to bat, Nolan Davison in the 2 spot today. Pitcher throws back to first. Mohammed in head first safely. Davison steps back into the box. Gonzalez gets his pitch, looks, sets, delivers. No swing, the runner goes in head first safely. Mohamed Abdullah with another steal on this tournament. I believe that's his 5th or 6th. Let's take a look at this one. The runner takes off, gets a great jump. The throw over to second offline. And NSB has a runner in scoring position with a 1-1 count to Davison. Gonzalez delivers outside. Ball 2. Justin Jordan behind the plate today, not scared to throw that ball around and try to keep these runners close. The pitch inside. Ball 2. Two and 1 count to Nolan Davison. Runner on second. Shortstop trying to keep the runner close. Gonzalez delivers. Oh, that ball looked outside. Davison thought it was outside, but home plate umpire Frank Eckert called strike. Says he caught the outside corner. And we got a full count. Gonzalez looks back at second. Shortstop holding Muhammad close. Davison, full count. Gonzalez, payoff pitch. Hit to the shortstop. Shortstop's able to come up with it to throw over to first in time to get Davison out, but not before Muhammad gets over to third base. Out of the inning.
Now batting.
Let's take a look at that one again. Shortstop comes up with a great throw over to first for the first out of the inning, but not before Muhammad Abdullah gets over to third base. We got a runner 70 feet away for the big bat, Jaden Hernandez, number 39. Gonzalez delivers. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Hernandez steps in. Gonzalez gets his pitch. Catcher sets up outside. Hit. Left field. Deep trailing foul. That's a foul ball. Jaden Hernandez, very dangerous hitter. Already has a home run, stand-up double, 2 RBI single. This kid, he wants to hit everything he sees. He says he came here to eat. And eat he has done. Let's see what he can do here at his first at bat here in this semifinal game. We got power versus power. Big number 42, Daniel Gonzalez on the mound, and big 3-9 in the box, Jaden Hernandez. Who wins this battle? Hit hard again down the third base side, and that one gets through for a base hit, and that is another RBI for Jaden Hernandez to make this game 1-0. First base, I cannot believe. Take a look at this. What a line shot. Down the third base side to score, Mohamed Abdullah. Now coming up to bat for NSB, number 4-5, Jonathan Lawrence. Lawrence had a home run in the quarterfinal game just before this, and he's got a runner over on first. Gonzalez sets. Pitch outside. The runner goes. Throw. He is out at second base. What a throw, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this again. Pitch was a little bit low and outside, and catcher Justin Jordan pops up, makes a perfect throw. Looked kind of safe. I thought the legs were in under the bag. What do you think, Anibal? Anibal says safe, but umpire Javier Martin called him out. And Lawrence continues here with a 2-0 count now. Nobody on base, 2 outs. Gonzalez delivers. Fouled. Back into the backstop. All right, Gonzalez sets, delivers. Catches the outside corner. Looked a little bit outside from back here in our booth. But that seems to be Fran Eckert's strike zone today. We know Lawrence is a pull hitter. Doesn't really like that outside pitch. Catcher sets up outside again. Lawrence calls time. Umpire said did not give him time. But catcher and pitcher stop. And we continue here. 2-2 to Lawrence. Gonzalez sets, delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is the third out of the bottom inning. Let's watch this again. Number 42, Gonzalez, breaking ball and fooled Lawrence for strike 3 in the third out, but not before No Stress Baseball is able to score 1 run on Jaden Hernandez's RBI single, scoring his leadoff man, Mohamed Abdullah.
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros. Contáctanos al número que ves en pantalla y sácala para la calle.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm Rene Lorenzo in the broadcast booth with Anibal Oliva from Power Hitters TV, and we bring you this live broadcast, which is live streaming on YouTube. Check us out. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. We kick off the top of the second. NSB leading 1-0, and up bat for OTB, Adrian Leon, the second baseman. Jackson Parker's first pitch is low and away in the dirt. Gets back to the backstop. Well, it looks like we got a new catcher today. Looks like Jaden Hernandez is playing catcher this game. Parker with the pitch. Hit hard to left field. And that lands fair. Fair ball all the way back. And that is a ground rule double as it rolls under the fence. Adrian off for OTB. Let's take a look at that one again. Well, batting now for OTB, Ryan Medina, number 9, the shortstop. With the runner in scoring position, no outs here in the top of the second inning, Parker delivers low and away for a ball. Second baseman's keeping the runner close. Time from the umpire. Not sure what he's telling the batter there. Has some words for the coach. When we continue. Parker pitches. Hit to right field. What a snag at first base by Ace Bush. Wow, line shot. Hit hard. I mean, that was a bullet by Medina to first base, and Ace Bush able to rise up and make a great catch for the first out here in the top of the second inning. Taylor Brenes, center fielder, number 21, steps into the box. Jackson Parker looks back to second. He delivers fastball fouled down the third base side. Oh, and 1 count to Tyler Brenes. One out here in the top of the first with the runner in scoring position. Pitch by Parker. Low and outside, ball. 1-1 count with 1 out. Second baseman holding the runner close. Parker looks back, gets his pitch. He delivers. Swung on and hit to second base. Second baseman has a little bit of trouble with it. Cannot come up with it in time. That one gets by. Ace Bush comes up and the runner is sent home and he scores all the way from second base. Adrian Leon comes around. Umpire Fran Eckert speaking to the coach. And we got a discussion. Let's see if we can listen in and try to find out what's going on here. Not sure, but the runner is called out. Maybe the bat thrown in a bad location? Not sure, but whatever it is, the umpire calls Taylor Brenes out. Excuse me, Justin Jordan out. No, that was Tyler Brenes, number 21. Up to bat now is Justin Jordan, the catcher, with 2 outs, nobody on. Tie game, 1-1, 1-0 count. Jackson delivers. Fastball catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Pitch by Parker, swing and a miss. This one gets by Jaden Hernandez to the backstop, but that's strike 2. Jordan down 1-2 in the count. Breaking ball outside, ball 2. Evens it up at 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the first, tied 1-1 in this exciting semifinal game. Jackson delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt outside. Full count for Justin Jordan. Parker from the windup. Pitch. Hit hard to short. Backhanded by Cam Ward. He's up, makes the throw, and he is out at first for the 3rd out. What a play by superstar. Let's take a look at this. Hit hard. Outside hand. Cam Ward, what range, able to backhand it and come up with a big throw to first base to get the runner out and get out of this inning before anything else happens. Superstar, Cam Ward, Guan Guan Mayut.
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros. Contáctanos al número que ves en pantalla y sácala para la calle con Power Hitters Softball League.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kicking off the bottom of the second inning. Up to bat, Jackson Parker. Looks at strike one. Oh and 1 count to Parker. Gonzalez from the stretch, sets, delivers. High and away. One and 1 count to Jackson Parker. Gonzalez from the stretch, catcher sets up outside. The pitch, breaking ball outside to the backstop. That's a ball. On deck for No Stress Baseball is number 21, Grayson Rodriguez. But now, Jackson Parker steps back in. Up 2-1 in the count. Gonzalez gets his pitch. He delivers. Whoa! Breaking ball inside corner. Called strike by home plate umpire Fran Eckert. Jackson didn't like it. 2-2 count. Top of the second inning. No outs. Hit hard, third base side. Third baseman able to gather it. Throw over to first. And he is safe. Pulled off the bag on the throw. And Jackson Parker reaches first. Let's take a look at this again. Parker, nice hit ground ball to third base. The throw. He seemed to come out stretched and might have come off the bag there.
Now batting, Jackson. Now batting, Grayson Rodriguez.
Grayson Rodriguez steps up to bat with a runner on first. Gonzalez with the throw over back to first and in safely. Jackson Parker able to get back to the bag. 1-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Gonzalez delivers, swung on and fouled down the third base side. Runner was going. Let's see if OTB plays this a little differently now that they know Jackson wants to get over there to second base. Coach Eddie Rodriguez with the call. Grayson steps in and Gonzalez back over to first. Jackson back to the bag. Sliding, he's safe. Yep, they want to watch the runner. Catcher sets up outside again. Gonzalez inside high, runner goes, no throw. And Jackson Parker's got himself a stolen base. And put himself in running position. In scoring position, excuse me, for Grayson Rodriguez. Jackson takes his lead. The pitcher delivers. High and tight. Watch your lips, kid. That is a ball. 2-1 count to Grayson Rodriguez. Got Jackson Parker 140 feet away. He'd love to bring in that run. As we're tied here, 1-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Gonzalez looks back. Doesn't like it. Steps off. Jackson takes his lead. Gonzalez looks back. He delivers. Hit hard. And that gets through for a base hit between the shortstop and third baseman. Left field are able to come up quick and get that ball back into the infield to hold that runner at third base. And No Stress Baseball has runner corners with no outs. And coming up to bat now for NSB, number 9, Brooks Vaught. Brooks Vaught, great contact hitter, went yard in the quarterfinal game just before this with a moonshot over to right center field and got out in a hurry. Gonzalez sets. He's got runners on the corner. He doesn't like it. He steps off. Looks over to coach. Gonzalez sets, catcher sets up outside, and that is a fastball right down the middle. The runner goes to throw over to second. That gets away. Jackson Parker sent home, and that is a run scored for no stress baseball. And the runner is safe at second base. Grayson Rodriguez puts himself into scoring position.
Sí, ya lo moví para allá, para la cajonera. No sé si el teléfono, los teléfonos, porque hay dos teléfonos, también un tablet. A lo mejor está haciendo interferencia un poco ahí.
And Noah Grayson
Ya mejoró.
down 0-1.
No, la tiré
Shortstop.
más para la derecha, más para
Holden Davison close at second. Gonzalez looks back. He delivers. Strike called. That top outside corner.
Okay.
Brooks Vaught down 0-2 in the count. Gonzalez sets. Steps off again. Oh, 2 count to Brooks Vaught. Gonzalez delivers. Swung on and hit to right field, and that gets through for a base hit. Davison is going to be held up at third, but what a base hit line drive to right field by Brooks Vaught. Down 0-2 in the count, able to fight off an inside pitch and get on base safely, and we got runners on the corners again with no outs. And coming up to bat now,
Now batting,
Liam Perry. Gonzalez throws over to third. Runner goes to second to throw over to second, and he is out at second base. Brooks Vaught called out. Look in there on time. Let's take a look at this. Oh, wow. That looked safe from the booth. Not sure, but that looks like 2 calls missed on the base pass by umpire Javier Martin. Gonzalez sets and delivers. We got a runner on third. Oh, ball outside, called strike. Looks like he caught the outside corner there with a breaking ball. And Gonzalez gets ahead in the count. 0-1. Hit back to the pitcher. Gonzalez has it. Throw over to first. Runner is out. Rodriguez held up at third base. Let's take a look at this again. We go back and look at this called out on second base on Brooks Vaught. Again, looks safe from here. Looked like he got his right hand in there before the tag. Now up to bat for NSB, Ace Bush.
Ace Bush.
Gonzalez sets. He delivers. Ball outside. Called strike. This zone is a little bit bigger here today, folks. Batters are going to have to adjust, as new home plate umpire Fran Eckert seems to like these outside pitches a little more than Javier Martin. We got time. Baseball on the field from a neighboring game. Yep, home plate umpire cleaning the plate, probably a good idea. Ace Bush steps back in. Down 0-1 in the count with 2 outs, runner on third. Bottom of the second inning. Gonzalez from the stretch. He sets. He delivers. Fastball. Hit the second. Second baseman able to gather it. Throw over to first. And that is the third out of the inning. But not before No Stress Baseball is able to tack on another run to make this semifinal game 2-1. Heading into the third inning, you are watching Power Hitters TV on YouTube.
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel. con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros. Contáctanos al número que ves en pantalla y sácala para la calle con Power Hitters Softball League.
We're back here, getting ready to start the top of the third inning. No Stress Baseball leading this semifinal game 2-1 over OTB Baseball. Batter steps in to the box. Jackson Parker continues his duty on the mound, and this one is popped up to shortstop. No problem for Cam Ward. Yes, his name is Cam Ward. No relation to University of Miami superstar quarterback Cam Ward, who now plays for the Tennessee Titans. But number 12 is a superstar in his own right. We got one out here in the top of the third inning. Leadoff man for OTB, Braden Oliveira. DH steps in, number 33. First pitch strike. Jackson Parker delivers again. Catches the outside corner. Nope. That is a ball. 1-1 count to Oliveira. Oliveira steps in. Parker delivers. Strike. Called. Great placement on that fastball by Jackson Parker. Parker delivers outside, hit softly to the shortstop. What a play by Cam Ward, and we are seeing it on display here today. He has made multiple great plays. Let's take a look at that when it gets past the pitcher. And great instinct by Cam Ward to get there, back him up, and come up firing to first for the bang-bang play to get the leadoff man out for the second out here in the top of the third inning. Breaking ball, strike for Jackson Parker. Facing Matthew De La Fuente, number 7, the right fielder for OTB Baseball. Jaden Rodriguez gives him the sign, steps up outside. Wonderful pitch. Wow. Fastball catches the outside corner. Strike 2 looking. Umpires discussing something with the coaches. 0-2 count for De La Fuente. Parker delivers. Ball's outside. 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Parker delivers. Breaking ball inside. Can't quite catch the corner. 2-2 count to De La Fuente. Jackson Parker delivers. Fastball outside corner, called strike 3. And that is the third out. Let's take a look at this again. Ooh, looked a little bit outside, but our angle is different than the umpires, so that is strike three. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Score still 2-1. No Stress Baseball up on OTB Baseball here at the Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open. In this semifinal, the winner here is heading to the finals. Stick with us, folks, on YouTube TV at Power Hitters TV. We'll be right back with more baseball.
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros, contáctanos al número que ves en pantalla y sácala para la calle con Power Hitters Softball League. Ay, 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 Maracay.
Welcome back. Tournament baseball, semifinal game. Bottom of the third inning for No Stress Baseball. And coming up to bat now for NSB, number 24, Jonah Finger. Gonzalez sets, pitching from the stretch. Fastball, outside corner, strike one. Gonzalez out of the stretch, gets his sign. He sets, delivers. Swung on and fouled back. 0-2 count to Jonah Finger. The 0-2 delivery by Gonzalez. Oh, way inside. Jonah Finger had to jump back to get out of the way of that. Let's take a look at this here. Ooh, breaking ball that didn't break for the big man. 1-2 count, Jonah Finger. The delivery hit hard to left field. This one's going back, left fielder backtracking, and he is able to get there. Great play by Brandon Rodriguez in left field for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, Cam Ward.
Stepping into the box now is superstar Cam Ward, shortstop. Had a wonderful day defensively. Let's see if he can do something up at the plate. Gonzalez delivers, swung on, hits the left field, hit hard. Line drive, and left fielder with perfect positioning is able to get to that one quickly for the second out of the inning. Two outs here in the bottom of the third inning. And up to bat now is leadoff man number 18 for No Stress Baseball, Mohamed Abdullah, who is 1-1 with a run scored. First pitch, fastball low, ball one. Abdullah's been on an offensive tear here the last 2 days. Let's see if he can keep it going. Up 1-0 on the count. Catcher sets up outside. Gonzalez delivers. Breaking ball outside. Called for a strike. The count's even at 1-1 from Muhammad Abdullah. Gonzalez from the stretch delivers high. Gets past the catcher to the backstop. Ball 2, 2-1 count for leadoff man Muhammad Abdullah. Trying to see if he can get something going here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third in a tight one. No stress baseball, up 2-1 on OTB. Catcher sets up outside again. Breaking ball. Oh, strike. Called by home plate umpire Fran Eckert. Counts even at 2-2. Gonzalez gets his sign. Time called by the batter. Catcher setting up inside. Oh, brushed him back. Fastball, little in. Full count for Muhammad Abdullah. Nobody on. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Gonzalez gets his pitch. He sets the payoff pitch. Oh, strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Muhammad did not get the bat. Shoulders, great pitch. Let's take a look at this again. Ooh, beautiful breaking ball by Gonzalez, able to catch that outside corner for strike 3 and to get out of the inning. Score is still 2-1. No stress baseball.
En Florida. No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros, contáctanos al número que ves en pantalla y sácala para la calle con Power Hitters Softball League. Ay, 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 Maracay.
Welcome back to the Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open semifinal game between NSB and OTB Baseball. We're getting ready to kick off the top of the 4th inning here, and there is a pitching change for No Stress Baseball. Now on the mound is number 18, Muhammad Abdullah. Coming in relief of Jackson Parker. Jackson Parker pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 hit and 1 run. Not an earned run. So great performance by Jackson Parker. But now it's Muhammad Abdullah's turn. Coming in relief here in the top of the 4th inning. And he'll be facing off against the number 3 hitter, big number 42 for OTB Baseball, Daniel Gonzalez. Daniel Gonzalez is the starting pitcher today, so he is out here trying to help his cause. Coming down. Rodriguez gets the ball over to second. We go around the horn. And we're ready for more baseball here. Gonzalez, who walked his last at-bat, will step in, like I said, to do some damage and see if he can help himself out here. Abdullah delivers, swung on, and fouled away to the right side. Gonzalez down in the count. 0-1. Muhammad gets his pitch. Delivers breaking ball. Strike. Brushed him back. Fooled the hitter completely on that one. What a beautiful breaking ball to catch the inside corner for strike 2. Down 0-2. Muhammad delivers. Fastball fouled away to the right side. Down 0-2. No outs. Bottom of the fourth. Top of the fourth. Sorry. Swung. Fouled in the dirt. Daniel Gonzalez fighting to stay alive here at this at-bat. Still down 0-2. Pitch swung on and fouled down the third base side. Daniel Gonzalez is not going down without a fight at this at-bat. Count is still 0-2. Abdullah gets his pitch. He sets from the stretch. Delivers. Breaking ball. Hit to the shortstop. Cam Ward juggles it, but able to regroup and get the runner out first. Let's watch this again. Breaking ball inside. Jammed Gonzalez. Has a little bit of trouble with it. Cam Ward does, but able to regroup, gather himself, and make a great throw over to first for the first out of the inning. Up to bat now, number 26, the left fielder, Brandon Rodriguez. Muhammad delivers breaking ball, and that's a strike. Breaking ball, outside corner, called strike 2. And Abdullah ahead in the count. 0-2. We got equipment malfunction to catcher Jaden Rodriguez. They seem to get that squared away. And we're back. Count is still 0-2. 1 out. Top of the fourth inning. Abdullah delivers. Swung on. And missed. Strike 3. Beautiful breaking ball by Muhammad Abdullah to get Brandon Rodriguez swinging for strike 3 and the second out of the inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the fourth inning. Muhammad delivers. Fastball, strike 1. Muhammad sets, delivers. Woo! High and tight. But number 9, Alex Angulo, able to get out. That was close. Woo! Watch your lips, kid. Great reflexes. Glad everybody's okay. And here we go. 1-1 count. Fastball. Looking. Strike. Abdullah sets. 1-2 delivery. Hit over, up the middle, off the pitcher's glove. Whoa, able to regroup and make the play. What a throw by by Muhammad Abdullah to first base. Let's one again. Hit well off the glove of Abdullah. Ball stayed in no man's land, but great hustle by the pitcher to pick it up and make the throw for the bang-bang play at first and the third out. To end the top of the fourth inning, we got a close one here, folks. NSB has not been this close in the first 4 games they've played in this tournament. We'll be right back with more baseball. Power Hitters TV.
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros. Contáctanos al número que ves en
Hey, we're back to more baseball here on Power Hitters TV, streaming live on YouTube. And we kick off the bottom of the fourth inning, and no stress baseball, 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up to bat. Nolan Davison steps into the box. The big right-hander set to deliver. Breaking ball, strike on the outside corner. First baseman seems to be playing even with the bag here. And the third baseman way off the bag. Shift is on for Nolan Davison. Pitch high for ball 1. 1-1 count. Perfect opportunity to lay down a bunt. But he's swinging away, and he hits a shot to the shortstop. What a play by the shortstop, and he makes the throw over to first, and Davison is out for the first out of the inning. Wow, this defense today for both teams has been quite... Coming up to bat now, Jaden Hernandez. Hernandez is 1 for 1 with an RBI today. Power versus power. Hit hard to center field. This one's got a chance, and it is gone! Another home run for Big 39, Jaden Hernandez. This kid's on fire, and now you know, here it is. He gets the ball from his coach. Well, they're not allowing him to do the slam dunk at home plate anymore, but they'll gather over there by the dugout, and Big Jaden Hernandez slam dunk, and he'll put on the home run chain, and this game is 3-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. What a shot. Honestly, just give him the MVP trophy already, man. Wow. Kid's got 2 bombs in this tournament. I'd have to go back and look at how many RBIs he has, but that's 2 for today, as he's 2 for 2. With that beautiful moonshot to left center field. Now up to bat, is Jonathan Lawrence.
Now batting, Jonathan Lawrence.
Strike called by the umpire on a breaking ball outside. Oh, 0-1 count to Lawrence, who also had a home run earlier today in the quarterfinal game. Gonzalez delivers high for a ball. Evens it up at 1-1. Lawrence looks over at coach. Steps back into the box. Big pull hitter here. Let's see what Gonzalez gives him as the catcher sets up a little inside. Gonzalez delivers. Oh! And that one got him. Seems to have got him on the lower leg. And Lawrence will take his base.
Now batting,
Let's take a look at that again. Breaking ball in the dirt. Caught him on the bounce. OTB Baseball's coach is out there to talk to Daniel Gonzalez, his big right-hander. Get him to settle down here. He's pitched 4 innings. That means that if they move on, I believe he will not be able to pitch in the next game. But that seems to be their best arm, and this game is the most important right now, that's for sure. You play to win the one you're playing. Don't worry about the next one. We cross that bridge when we get there. Jackson Parker steps into the box with 1 out, runner on first. Gonzalez from the stretch. Catcher sets up outside. Breaking ball swung on, popped up high in the infield. Shortstop is under it. No problem. That's the 2nd out of the inning. Ryan Medina able to come down with that one. And Gonzalez catches a break. Coming up to bat next for No Stress Baseball, Grayson Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 1 for 1 today with a single. Lawrence takes his lead on first. Gonzalez delivers. In the dirt, runner does not go. One and 0 count to Jackson Parker. Gonzalez sets, delivers. Fastball hits to the shortstop. And he has no problem gathering that one. And what a throw to first base. Wow. Man, Ryan Medina is having himself a day over at first base. Let's take a look at this one. Fastball inside. Parker hits it to the left side. Looked like he had trouble with it, but none at all. Scoop, throw, and that is the 3rd out of the 4th inning. NSB Baseball. NSB Baseball. We'll be back with the 5th inning of this wonderful semifinal game here at the Perfect Game Holiday Open Bash, brought to you by Power Hitters TV.
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros, contáctanos al número que ves en pantalla y sácala para la calle con Power Hitters Softball League. Allá
Estamos en la alta del quinto.
Welcome back to Championship Sunday here at the Perfect Game Holiday Open. This presentation brought to you by Power Hitters TV. No Stress Baseball is up 3-1 on OTB Baseball, and leading off for OTB here in the top of the fifth is number 11, Adrian Leon. On the mound for NSB, still Mohamed Abdullah, working in relief. Abdullah from the stretch delivers fastball. High, ball one. Adrian Leon is 1 for 1 today with the only run scored for OTB Baseball. Mohamed delivers, swung on and fouled. Leon steps back into the box. Mohamed delivers. Fastball hit hard, and that gets over the second baseman's head for a base hit. Well, actually throw to first from the center fielder, and he almost got him, but called safe. Great hustle by Leon, and he is 2 for 2 on the day. This one's getting interesting, folks. We got 2 innings left. And these two teams are not going out without a fight here today. Wonderful defense, timely hitting, and great pitching by both sides. Batting now for OTB is Ryan Medina, the shortstop. Mohamed delivers, breaking ball, strike. 0-1 count to Medina. Medina has had some wonderful plays out in shortstop today. He's been very, very busy and pretty impeccable. Runner on first, takes the lead, does not go. Pitch inside, ball one. Runner's a little hesitant to run on the big arm of Jaden Hernandez, who's behind the dish today. Mohamed from the stretch, he sets big lead over at first by Leon. Steps off, throw to first. Runner back on time. Ryan Medina's 0 for 1 today. Abdullah steps off again and throws back to first. They want to keep him close. Abdullah from the stretch. The runner fakes as he's taken off for second. And that's ball two. Abdullah sets. He delivers. Swinging. Strike three. Abdullah able to get Medina to chase a breaking ball outside for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat now for OTB, the center fielder, Tyler Brenes, number 21. Brenes got on base earlier. Abdullah delivers outside. Ball one. Good job by Jaden Hernandez behind the plate to stop that one from getting behind. Leon's got a big lead over at first. Strike called, breaking ball. Leon still at first, taking a big lead, but is not going. Taylor Brenes, 1-1 count. Mohamed delivers, fastball outside. That's ball two. 2-1 count to Brenes. Muhammad delivers fastball high. That's ball 3. Leon takes his lead at first. Abdullah gets his pitch. He delivers. Swinging strike for strike 2. Brings us to a full count. Here with 1 out, runner on first. No stress baseball, up 3-1 in the top of the 5th inning. The payoff pitch. Fastball. Strike 3. Called. What a pitch. Abdullah reared back. I'm bringing it to you. Here it is. You can do what you want with it. And nothing. Bat on the shoulder. Froze him for the 2nd out of the inning. Runner at first takes his lead. Justin Jordan, the catcher, steps up. He hits it. Ground ball over to first base. No problem for Jonathan Lawrence for the 3rd out of the inning. Wow. NSB gets their OTB gets their leadoff man on base and cannot capitalize on it. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. OTB's got 1 inning left to try to make something happen here. Down 3-1 to No Stress Baseball. You are watching this presentation of the Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open, brought to you by Power Hitters TV.
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros, contáctanos al número que ves en pantalla y sácala para la calle con Power Hitters Softball League.
Welcome back to Cypress Park here in beautiful Coral Springs, Florida. We kick off the bottom of the 5th inning of this semifinal game between No Stress Baseball and OTB Baseball. NSU is up 3-1, and up to bat and leading it off for No Stress is Brooks Vaught. We got a new pitcher on the mound for OTB Baseball. It looks like Brandon Oliveira. 1-0 count to Vaught. Hit hard down the third base side, and that gets through for a base hit. Right out of the reach of the third baseman's glove. And Brooksy Vaught stays hot in this one with the single to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Up to bat now for No Stress Baseball, Liam Perry, number 3. Brooks Vaught takes a big lead over at first. Fastball swung right through it. Oh, throw back to first. Bang, bang, play called safe. Vaught able to get back in time. Fastball outside and fouled away by Perry. Perry's 0 for 1 on the day. Looking to change that here. Give his team a couple of insurance runs heading into the last inning. Throw over to first. Vaught back in time. Safe. Oliveira delivers, hit hard, and that falls in for a base hit. And Vaught is in safe at second, held up as it was a pop fly. He wasn't sure. Halfway, fundamental baseball. Great job by Brooks Vaught to hustle over to second once that ball dropped in, and that is a base hit for Liam Perry. And coming up to bat now for NSB, it's number 12, Ace Bush. Braden Oliveira in trouble here in the bottom of the fifth. Puts the first two runners on with singles. Breaking ball, strike. Great pitch by Oliveira. 0-1 count to Ace Bush. He's got runners on first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the fifth in this wonderful, fantastic, exciting semifinal game. Catcher sets up outside for Oliveira. Fastball outside, called strike. Ace Bush didn't like it. But that doesn't matter. He is down quickly. 0-2 in the count. Oliveira sets, delivers. Breaking ball. High and inside. That's ball one. We got a 1-2 count. Runners on first and second. 3-1 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. No stress baseball leading OTB. Oliveira sets, looks back, delivers fastball, hit hard, and that gets through the infield. And that gets away from the left fielder, and here comes Vaught. This one's back to the fence, and Ace Bush right behind him, the cutoff throw, and 2 runs come in to score. And just like that, NSB is able to lock in some insurance runs on a very timely hit by Ace Bush. Shortstop Ryan Medina was covering, well, actually was trying to keep the runner close at second. He was behind Vaught, and Ace Bush put it right to where he would have been. And a 2 RBI single. Gets the second on the throw.
Now batting, Jonah Finger.
Jonah Finger fouls off the first pitch that he sees. Out of play. Right field side. We got Ace Bush in scoring position. Down there at second base. And an 0-1 count to Finger. Fastball hit high up the middle. No problem for Medina. For the first out of the inning. Medina seems to have a magnet for the ball out there at shortstop. The kid's had a great game, honestly. Defensive gem he's put on out here. Now up to bat for No Stress Baseball. Superstar shortstop, Cam Ward. Oliveira looks back to second. He sets, he delivers. Breaking ball. Outside, ball one. Big lead by Ace Bush. Nobody covering. Oliveira delivers. Strike. Breaking ball. Caught looking. Cam Ward didn't like it. We got a 1-1 count. With one out, runner in scoring position. Fastball outside. That gets away from the catcher to the backstop. And Ace Bush will advance to third base. And we got another run 70 feet away. NSB set out this inning. Try to get a couple insurance runs. And they have done just that. Scoring 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning off an Ace Bush RBI single. Oliveira sets. He delivers high. Breaking ball outside of the zone. That's a ball. And Cam Ward has a 3-1 count. Oliveira sets. Catcher sets up outside. Called strike. Fastball on the outside corner. Great placement by Oliveira on that pitch. Cam Ward thought it was a little outside. Didn't go at it. But we got a full count, ladies and gentlemen. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Breaking ball by Oliveira completely fooled Cam Ward on that one. Very uncharacteristic of number 12 in the box, but that's the first out of the inning. Up to bat now, Mohamed Abdullah, the leadoff man for No Stress Baseball. Fastball hit hard and high down the right side, and that drops in for a base hit. Ace Bush comes in to score, and this game is now 6-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Abdullah got away with the Texas leader there. And it doesn't matter how we get there. It just matters that we get there. RBI for the leadoff man to make this game 6-1. Up to bat now for NSB in the number 2 spot. Nolan Davison. Pitch by Oliveira, called strike. 1-1 count to Nolan Davison. Pitch over, throw over back to first. Mohamed back safely. Oh, that is hit hard to right center, and that drops in for a base hit. Abdullah is rounding second over to third. The throw to third, not in time. And Davison sliding in safely into second base as he makes it over there on the throw to third.
Now batting, Jaden Hernandez.
Runners on second and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No Stress Baseball up 6-1 on OTB. And big bat Jaden Hernandez steps in to face Oliveira for the first time today. Fastball inside. Ball 1 gets away from the catcher. Runners hold up. 1-0 count to the big man, who's 2 for 2 today with 2 RBIs and a home run. Can he make it a third for the tournament? One 1-0 count. Hit hard to left center, excuse me, and that drops in for a base hit. Muhammad comes in to score. Nolan Davison rounding third, and he is in safely. And Jaden Hernandez has another 2 RBI on the day to make it 4. Have yourself a day, kid.
Now batting, Jonathan Lawrence.
Coming up to bat now for North Stress Baseball is big number 45, Jonathan Lawrence. Lawrence homered earlier in the quarterfinal game. And is 0 for 1 here today in the semifinal. The pitch by Oliveira.
Vale.
1-0 count to Lawrence. Oliveira throws back to first. Keeping the runner close. Cam Ward is running for catcher Jaden Hernandez. So they got some wheels. Catcher sets up outside. Oliveira sets, delivers fastball, low and away, swinging strike. The runner goes, and he is safe, and that ball gets into center field. But Cam Ward will hold up at second. Okay. 2-0 count to Lawrence. Runner in scoring position. Shortstop Medina's keeping him close over there. Swung on and missed. Lawrence swung right through that breaking ball. Great placement by Oliveira to get that in the outside corner and get Lawrence to chase it. 2-1 count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. 8-1. NSB over OTB baseball. No Stress Baseball looking for a couple more insurance runs. They got one out there. Let's see if we can get them in. Catcher sets up outside. Oliveira delivers. Fastball in the dirt. Swung for strike 3. And catcher's able to get it over to first base. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Wow. Just like that. This
¿Tienes un negocio en Florida? No pierdas la oportunidad de anunciarte con la mejor liga de softball del sur de la Florida. Anúnciate en Power Hitters Softball League. Nuestra comunidad crece y crece cada día con nuestras transmisiones de primer nivel, con la mejor tecnología y la mejor narración. Llega a miles de personas con la Power Hitters Softball League. Anúnciate con nosotros. Contáctanos al número que ves en pantalla y sácala para la calle con Power Hitters.
Welcome back to this presentation brought to you by Power Hitters TV. Perfect game. Holiday Open Bash. This is the last inning of this semifinal matchup between No Stress Baseball and OTB Baseball. NSB leads this one 8-1. And Mohammed delivers fastball, swinging strike for David Daniel, the first baseman. Lefty steps back in the box. Mohammed sets, delivers. Fastball! Outside corner, strike 2. Oh, and 2 count. Mohammed delivers another fastball. Little low, ball 1. Mohammed is coming right after Tanya on this one. Breaking ball outside, ball 2. 2-2 count for the hitter. No outs, nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning. Mohammed delivers, breaking ball outside, full count. Mohammed fastball, low and inside, ball 4, and OTB Baseball. It's their leadoff man on base. And now up to bat for OTB is the leadoff man, number 33, relief pitcher today, Braden Oliveira. Oliveira's 0-2 for the day. Breaking ball. Strike called by home plate umpire Fran Eckert. Tanyo takes his lead over at first. Oliveira steps in. Mohammed sets, looks back at first. He delivers. Breaking ball. Strike 2. Beautiful pitch by Mohammed Abdullah. 0-2 count to Braden Oliveira. Mohammed looks over to first. Runner takes his lead. Fastball hit to the shortstop over his head. That gets in. Left fielder grabs. Able to stop that from going back to the fence, but single by Braden Oliveira. And we got runners on first and second with no outs here in the top of the 6th inning. OTB is looking for a rally here, down 7 runs. Let's see if they can do it. Matthew De La Fuente, the right fielder, steps into the box. Breaking ball swung right through it. Strike 1. On deck for OTB Baseball is Big Daniel Gonzalez. Breaking ball, strike 2. Great pitch. Mohammed Abdullah has gotten ahead in the count on all 3 hitters he's facing this inning. 0-2. Just like he did here, but lost it on both of them. Can he close the deal here? 1-2 count to De La Fuente. Mohammed sets, pitches outside, breaking ball, and it's a 2-2 count. Let's see if Mohammed Abdullah can gather himself and get himself out of this one. Fastball, outside, full count. This is the 3rd batter in a row that Mohammed has had on the hook 0-2 and let them creep back into a full count. De La Fuente steps in. Mohammed delivers. Fastball, hit hard. Second base. Oh, off his glove. Off his glove. The throw over to third, and that gets away. Oh, no. Second baseman cannot believe it. Davison throws his hands on his head, had the double play, but everyone is safe, and we got bases loaded for the number 3 hitter, Daniel Gonzalez. Daniel Gonzalez has a walk today, but that's about it. Bases are loaded. Breaking ball outside, swung right through it. For strike 1. Bases loaded. Gonzalez definitely has the power to hit one out of here. Muhammad doesn't want to give him anything to hit. 0-1 count. Muhammad delivers. Breaking ball outside again. Ball 1. Counts even at 1-1. Muhammad sets. Delivers. Fastball. Called strike on the outside corner. One and 2 count for the batter. No outs. Bases loaded. Top of the last inning. Batter steps out of the box. He's back in. Muhammad sets. The pitch. Fastball gets away from Jaden Rodriguez to the backstop, but runners hold up. Able to get it back quickly. That ball evens the count at 2-2 for Daniel Gonzalez. Muhammad steps, takes a deep breath. He delivers. Hit hard to the shortstop, and that gets by Cam Ward. And 1 run comes in to score. 2 runs come in to score. The throw to third, not in time. Everybody's safe. A 2 RBI single for Daniel Gonzalez. And this game is now 8-3 here in the last inning. Body language. No stress baseball team is not looking very good right now. And easy line drive to second base was misjudged. And a ground ball to sure hands, steady superstar Cam Ward at shortstop, which got away from him. And that scored 2 runs. Coach is out there to talk to his team, try to calm them down a little bit, get them focused, and see if they can get out of here. They're still up 5 runs. But OTB Baseball has runners on the corners with no outs. And cleanup man, Brandon Rodriguez, left fielder, is up to bat. I think Coach might have just went ahead and let them know, hey, let's not worry about that run on third right now and see if we can turn 2. Mohammed sets. He delivers. Breaking ball. Strike 1. Got Rodriguez there looking. Alex Angulo has some words for his buddy Rodriguez out of the on-deck circle. 0-1 count. Runners on the corners. The pitch. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh, and 2 count on the hitter. Hit hard down the left field line, and that is fair. Another run scores. Gonzalez over to third, ground rule double as that one rolls under the fence, and whoa, this one is double for Braden Rodriguez. His second hit of the game. This one hit the short. Cam Ward up with it. Another run in. And the throw from first to third brings in another run as that got away from the third baseman. Not sure what Ace Bush was thinking there. But that one hurt. We have a 2-run game with 1 out. Second baseman Adrian Leon up to bat. Uh-huh. Mohammed a little wild on that one. Eight to 6, 5 runs scored by OTB Baseball here in their last at bat. Breaking ball gets away from Mohammed. And here comes the coach. Looks like we might have a pitching change here. Let's see. And that'll be it for Mohammed Abdullah. Came in great in relief. But some timely errors here in the top of the 6th inning really cost him. No Stress Baseball is still up 8-6 with nobody on base. And coming in for relief for No Stress Baseball will be number 9, Brooks Vaught. All right, we get ready to continue here. Fastball strike for Brooks Vaught, his first pitch as he faces off against second baseman Adrian Leon. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. Ball hit the third base side. Third baseman comes up with the throw over to first in time for the second out of the inning. Fastball hit to right field, and that drops in for a hit. Runner rounds first, but he'll stay put there. Blooping single to right field by Ryan Medina, the shortstop, to keep this rally going for OTB Baseball. We got 2 outs. Tyler Brenes, center fielder, comes up to bat. Brooks Vaught, breaking ball, fouled back into the backstop. Two outs, runner on first. OTB baseball down to their last out. Vaught with a throw over to first. Vaught looks over, sets, delivers, breaking ball, hit up the middle. Cam Ward, no problem, and that is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. What a scare! Baseball as they gave up 5 runs. Let's take a look at Cam Ward again. Easy play as he scoops, steps on second to end the OTB rally here in the top of the 6th inning. What a game played by both teams. What heart showed by OTB baseball. But it wasn't enough to knock off the undefeated #1 seed, no stress baseball team out of Boca Raton, Florida. And we are headed to the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for everyone watching at home on YouTube or via Facebook. Remember, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Power Hitters TV or hit us up on Facebook and give us a follow at Power Hitters Softball League. Thank you very much to Anibal Oliva from Power Hitters TV and his production as he is producing today and giving you all these wonderful shots and replays you're able to watch at home. Ladies and gentlemen, woo, that was close. But we're going to the finals. We got one more on deck. We'll be right back in a matter of minutes for the final game here of the Perfect Game Holiday Bash Open Tournament from Coral Springs, Florida. This is brought to you by Power Hitters TV.